You spoke yesterday about studying some of the things that need improving and drills that apply to that. How do you improve the three-point shooting from last year?
I think our biggest thing is lack of spacing at times. Not getting to the correct spots, which draws a crowd, and you're shooting more contested shots than uncontested. That's one of the biggest things. And then playing with a certain amount of pace that can get you to some of those shots. And we showed a ton of that. Saw a ton of that in the off season, and our spacing is a big thing, though. Operating off Alperin, who's a guy who gets double teamed a lot, you should be getting a lot more open looks, and so try to clean up our spacing and get to our spots.
You seem to be happy with the toughness of your young guys. They seem to be willing to scrap it up last year. Do you think Reed fits that mold, or your thoughts in that respect?
Yeah, I think he's had that. We saw that pretty early, even at Kentucky. But a guy that's smart and tough is a great combination. So you don't get to where he's at that high of a draft pick or the success he's had in Kentucky. Being tough-minded and physically tough. And guys going to know him, but he's always had that edge to him.
Steven Adams has had a large impact pretty much everywhere he's been in his career so far. Obviously, he's going to be coming off the bench behind Alperin here. Has there been any thought going into potentially having some double big lineups? It's something he did in the past in Boston with Al Horford and Rob Williams. Is that something you've experimented with or want to experiment with at all?
We've talked about it. We've looked at it. With our depth, we can go several different ways, but at the same time, when you do go double big, you like to have one of those be a shooting big, so to speak, and if we can get to that, then that's a possibility. But it also takes away from a lot of our wings and the depth we have. Multi-position players that can play the floor. So something we've discussed and looked at, but you don't want to take away some of your strengths with some of the other guys that can't play the floor.
How far away is Alperin shot from maybe being to that point where you could comfortably have him out there as a spacing big next to Steve?
It's not far. He has the touch and the shot. It's more of a mentality to look for those shots and not pass them up. A lot of times he's on the perimeter, he's pump faking basically nobody, and they're not respecting that. They're going to make improvements. So as he continues to grow and get more confident in that, obviously that opens up everything for him and our team. But more so a mentality than an actual skill set because he has the shot.
Coach, you have a roster full of guys who really get along with each other on and off the court. What are some of the off-the-court team building things they've done together?
I would say the off-season, we spent some time in California and Miami together. And, like you said, it's a tight-knit group. Before you have the veterans, a bunch of young guys that really live near each other, hang out together, spend time and do a lot of things off court. But for us, it's we'll get together as much as we can, team dinners and those things. But I think the off-season, the guys being in the gym together, whether it was here or out of the city, it's valuable for us.
Kind of following up on the depth at the center position. Jabari played a lot of center towards the end of last year with the injury to Alpe. Is there a chance we still see Jabari play some five this season?
That's possible. I mean, when we want to go to certain coverages, certain personnel makes that more easy to do. But we do have three very qualified centers, obviously with Steven and Jock behind Alpe. Jeff played a ton of backup small ball five last year, so Jabari with injury and Jeff most of the year could do that, and it gives us more switchable lineups. But we also like some of the things that the true bigs bring, which is the rebounding and screening. Some of those different threats.
Dylan has said he kind of wants to play a little differently this year, especially defensively. He felt like officials were a tough thing for him. Do you want to see him do anything different this year?
I mean, he is who he is, and I think you saw a benefit of the league kind of being a little less, more lenient with the foul calls toward the end of the season. I think it benefited our team in general, and specifically a guy like Dylan, who's a very physical defender, and so for us, he's doing some different things than in the past. Not just keeping matchups and switching and doing things on and off ball. So for him, it may not be as comfortable at times, but he adjusted and adapted well to that. But I would say more so than anything, he wanted to keep his physicality and his mentality who he is. And when they stopped calling his 20 fouls the second half of the season, I think it benefited him.
Are there any guys that have jumped out at you as showing improvement as shooters, either in the workouts over the summer or in those 3 days? Anybody that has seemed to have made strides in that season?
Yeah, I think a lot of our guys, you didn't see Tari a ton last year, but he's a guy that, like I've said, you don't have to call a ton of plays before he finds the spots, and he's been shooting it well. Jabari, just with his release, quickness, being able to shoot off the move and not just be spot up, has really improved there. And I think just guys in general, shot selection is going to be a big thing. And I'm talking about recognition with whether it's Cam, Jalen, or different guys, being ready to shoot. The team's guard them a specific way, and so you want to see improvement across the board with your team. And I think our men's shot looks much smoother as well.
It sounds like what you were saying before is it's not the shot, it's actually the ball movement and other things before the shot that will improve the shooting.
Yeah, I mean, preparation is a big thing, knowing where you're going to get your shots from. And as I mentioned with Alfie in the post, getting double teamed, or Fred, the guy that's always probing and looking for guys. Getting to your spacing is a big thing, but it's almost more so shot recognition than the actual shooting. And so you're taking a lot of tough contested shots. I mean, your percentages are naturally going to go down. And so I think cleaning that up, which we did some last year and we're going to continue to do this year, will make everybody's numbers go up.
Thank you.
It seems like Steven's already being super vocal. What have you seen from him on that front?
Yeah, that's an understatement. He's talking the whole time, whether it's encouraging or trying to discourage guys, and so he's great. I mean, it's another veteran voice to the group, and someone who's been around and seen a lot of things, and so not only benefits everybody, but he's doing a lot of coaching on the court, pulling guys to the side, but also talking in the middle of games as well on the competitive side. So we'll take it.